Hello, I'm Amy McGorry. A New Jersey man is facing upgraded charges, including felony counts for allegedly stalking and harassing a Suffolk County nurse. Virginia Huey has the story you saw first in Newsday.
Michael Pasek of Bayonne, New Jersey, made no comment as he was led in handcuffs from the 3rd Precinct to face a judge. He's accused of terrorizing a Long Island nurse for more than 3 years with vile and violent messages and gifts. At his arraignment in Central Islip, the 47-year-old learned he will face upgraded charges, including felony counts related to his alleged stalking and harassment of Melanie Smith of Suffolk County.
I feel like it's important to be here to stand up for myself. Like, this has been a 3-year battle.
Smith showed up at criminal court in Riverhead to come face to face with the man she says terrorized her with a barrage of sexually explicit messages, packages of lingerie, and sex toys.
Am I supposed to hide the rest of my life? Are they not going to do anything until he actually hurts me?
Smith first went public about her ordeal in an exclusive interview with Newsday 2 weeks ago. She says she became the object of Pasek's obsession after she listed an old iPhone for sale on Facebook in May 2023.
And he had sent me this long, bizarre message with some sexual comments in it. And I blocked him, and then from then it was new Facebooks. And then somehow he found my phone number a few months later. And it was text messages. I would block the phone number, never respond, and he would create a new phone number.
Smith filed numerous police reports and obtained orders of protection, but she said they did little to stop Pasek's campaign of harassment and stalking.
She didn't just go to the police in Long Island. She went with her father all the way to New Jersey, and they passed the buck too.
1 week after Newsday broke the story, Pasek was arrested by New Jersey State Police Department's Fugitive Task Force on 6 existing warrants, and he waived extradition back to Long Island. Smith will have to wait 1 more day to face Pasek. His court appearance on the grand jury indictment has been postponed until Thursday, and Smith says she will make every effort to be there.
I need to stand in my power and show up regardless, because that's what really matters here.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
Only in Newsday, the town of North Hempstead will pay $550,000 to settle a mosque lawsuit. The Hillside Islamic Center in New Hyde Park sued over the town's initial decision to reject the mosque's expansion. Records show the town will pay $400,000 to the mosque's attorneys and another $150,000 to the Islamic Center. The Massapequa Water District will borrow $15 million for upgrades, and ratepayers will have to foot the bill. The 30-year bond will pay for new piping, filtration, and other improvements. The Water District has not yet said how much extra this will cost customers on their bills. Long Island students can now apply for a tuition-free college scholarship. The state's Excelsior Scholarship is open to full-time students who attend a SUNY or CUNY college. The student's family must earn $125,000 or less a year to qualify. The deadline to apply is August 31st. A Parmesan ranch seasoning sold at Walmart is being recalled because of possible salmonella contamination. Blackstone Products announced the recall of 3 batches on May 15th. According to the FDA, no one has gotten sick from the seasoning. Customers can call Blackstone Products for a replacement. An Elmont man hit a $2 million Powerball jackpot. Jacques Matambo bought the winning ticket at 7-Eleven on Jericho Drive in Mineola. He took the lump sum, which ended up putting $1.3 million in his pocket. Congrats to him. Well, maybe we'll get lucky with this weather. We'll take a look at tomorrow's weather. A nice start to the day. Some sun and temperatures in the low 60s to start the day out. Then things start to get warmer throughout the day with a high of 73. Then it goes down just a little bit to the upper 60s at night. We'll take a look at the full 7-day in just a few moments. Only in Newsday, it seems like it's always raining on the weekends lately, right? Well, Newsday TV meteorologist Jeff Banson shows us why.
Weekend and rain. They've been synonymous on Long Island so far this spring, all culminating with the recent dreary holiday version that we just had. We did some digging, and it was in fact one of the worst Memorial Day weekends on record. all the way in the bottom 3, and believe it or not, all 3 of those have happened since the turn of the century. But the last time it was this bad, the unofficial start to summer, that came 5 years ago in 2021. In an eerily similar fashion, we had soaking rains and temperatures in the 50s on the first 2 days of the weekend, and then it got a little bit better, minor improvements on Monday. Anyway, since the start of meteorological spring, this now makes 9 of 13 weekends with at least 1 day of measurable rain. So what gives? Well, you can really chalk it up to just some bad luck. Looking back over the same time frame, our precipitation has been below average for much of the spring. It was below average in March, well below average in April, and now just getting back to average here in May with the recent rain. This would tell you that we've simply gotten locked into an ill-fated weather pattern. So what are the chances of that? Well, not as bad as you might think. The jet stream has a tendency to get locked into a consistent rhythm of storms that circle the globe, and that cadence can bring them around every 6 or 7 days. And every now and then, this happens on, you guessed it, the weekend. I'll try to make that happen on a Monday next time.
I agree with you, Jeff. All right, well, we continue to highlight the jobs you do. Ken Buffa enters the world of custom countertops in this week's LI Works.
Grab your marble, we're polishing stones.
That's a granite. That's called raw silk, and it's from India. That is a quartz. It's called Calcutta Oro, and it's just man-made. Calcutta Sienna, this is from India.
When it comes to stone, you have to meet.
Hi, I'm Christina Titoni. I am the manager of Old Stone Tile and Marble Works in Ronkonkoma. I love my job because I get to make dreams come true for people who are looking to do renovation at their home.
In order to get into the stone business, Titoni says you better do some research.
You have to know your stones. There's different kinds of stone countertops. We have marble, granite, limestone, and marble. And then we have man-made products, which is the quartz over here. So many different colors. There's a lot to know.
And all that knowledge will only get you so far because fitness is a factor and machine skills are a must.
You need strong men to be maneuvering all the slabs because they're lifting a lot of things by hand from one table to another. You have to know how to wet polish. You have to know how to use the CNC machine to cut the slabs. You have to know how to template. You have to know how to install.
Luckily, I'm blessed with both.
How is it? It's good?
And in order to fill orders, Titoni says you should also have vision because describing what works and what does not work is an everyday process.
The client doesn't know what to choose and what's best for their home. So we kind of give them a little taste of what their lifestyle is.
Now, the stone business can be challenging because you're working with large slabs that are mostly one of one.
It's not mozzarella. We can't stretch it, so it's hard stone to work with. Yeah, there's pressure because these stones are worth so much money, so we don't want to make a mistake. We measure twice, we want to cut once.
But if you're willing to take on the pressure, the knowledge, and the creativity, Titoni says your work will live through generations and could last even longer.
These are like children to us. We have so many of them. Even as small as they are, they're still valuable. They never go bad. It's not like milk or eggs. They're born in the earth and they can live out here forever.
Ken Buffa, Newsday TV.
Well, Old Westbury Gardens is bursting with more than just plants and flowers this spring. Elisa DiStefano takes us to its new colorful Lego exhibit.
A series of sculptures built entirely of Legos. I'm Elisa DiStefano exploring a new exhibit. Sean Kenny's Nature Connects exhibit has landed at the historic estate.
We have been anticipating their arrival for over 2 years. So we are thrilled that all throughout the gardens this year, kind of intermingled with the real nature, there will be these sculptures that mimic things that are already on the property.
Follow the map to find all 17 sculptures while you explore these beautiful grounds. You'll find Lego goldfinches at the thatched cottage, a fox and rabbits in the rose garden, and Lego lily pads in the reflecting pool. Each sculpture has a sign that tells you how it was built. It took over 60,000 bricks, that's a lot of Legos, and 377 hours to build this butterfly.
I personally think this is such a great thing for families. It sparks imagination. We're going to have free play so kids can sort of be inspired by the sculptures and then have the ability to, kind of do their own thing. We like to think of ourselves as a backyard for people who don't have, the space that we have here.
Enjoy the exhibition and themed events and explore the gardens in a whole new way through September 7th. For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano.
Well, from building Legos to building on a winning streak, the Knicks are gearing up, hoping that momentum keeps on going as they head to the NBA Finals. Newsday's Jamie Stewart and Steve Popper look at their chances to take home that title.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy. Need to maintain or repair an old solar system? Trust Sun Nation Service to fix it like new.
Like Prince famously said, it's time to party like it's 1999. The Knicks are heading to their first NBA Finals in 27 years, or to put it another way, since Jalen Brunson was 2 years old. Newsday's Steve Popper has been with the team every step of the way. Steve, April 23rd. That was the last time the Knicks lost a game. After that 1-point loss to Atlanta, did you think this was possible?
I'd be lying if I said anything like this is possible. Look, I couldn't have thought it because no one has seen anything like this. What they're doing is a historic run. 11 straight wins, spanning a month. They not only become one of the few teams to ever win that many postseason games in a row, but the margin of victory is insane. It is not only a record for the postseason in that span, but for regular season too. It's you can make excuses for what the path has been like, but for great teams of all time to not do this even in the regular season, it's just something you never could have seen coming.
You mentioned the numbers. We have them, so let's take a look. The Knicks have a plus 271 point differential in 14 games this postseason. That's the highest 14-game playoff span ever. The Knicks are the first team in NBA history to have 3 series-clinching wins by 30-plus points in a single postseason, and their 11-game playoff win streak, the second longest win streak entering the finals since playoff expansion began back in 1984. So, Steve, is it hyperbole to say this may be the greatest streak of Knicks basketball ever?
Look, I'm old enough, like some of the Knicks fans, that I was covering in 1994 when they were, a fingertip of Hakeem Olajuwon away from possibly winning a title, and old enough to have seen the 73 team. This is, and I talked to some of the people, Walt Frazier on the court after the game last night, John Starks, and they, I think, believe that this might be the best team because of what they're doing. It's not only doing it, the wins and the numbers, but it's not just one guy. It's not being carried by a superstar. Jalen Brunson is that, and he won the MVP of the conference finals. But it's somebody different every night who emerges, whether it's Josh Hart doing all the little things, Karl Anthony Towns kind of switching roles on the run here. What they've seen from Landry Shamet, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. It just seems like every night it's someone else can beat you, and that, I think, probably is what gives them the best chance moving forward.
Let's move forward. The NBA Finals begins on June 3rd. The Knicks will have either a 3 or a 5-day rest heading into Oklahoma City or San Antonio as far as an advantage. They will be underdogs. Should they be, in your opinion?
Well, it's hard to think that they're underdogs with the way they're performing right now. They're playing better than anyone right now. We look at the Western Conference teams, and we've talked all year about how great they are and how great Oklahoma City as the defending champions are. But no one's playing better than the Knicks. And I think something else to consider is no one is healthier than them right now. They have everybody at full strength. They're rested. They had a 9-day break before the last round, which I think kind of taught them some of the things that they need to do to get ready for this round during this long break.
Thank you very much. He's Steve Popper. I'm Jamie Stewart. They are 4 wins away. And of course, you could read more about the Knicks' first trip to the finals since 1999 on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, looking pretty nice. Temperatures hitting the mid-70s on Thursday, Friday. Saturday, a little bit cooler. Temperatures in the low 60s with some gusts of wind coming our way. Sunday, some mixture of clouds and sun. Temperatures back into the low 70s, and they'll stay hanging around that lower 70 range. But we will see some rain on Tuesday, so if you're making your plans, so far looks pretty good, except for Tuesday. Let that be your movie day.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
For more on the stories you've seen today, just head on over to Newsday.com. Click Get More. It's right there underneath the Newsday TV video box. I'm Amy McGorry. More news coming up.
There's more to Long Island than you know when you picture this. Join Macy Egeland for a journey through some of the major moments in Long Island's past through the lens of the Newsday archives. Picture This, available now at Newsday.com/picture this.